More Counter-Strike action. The action doesn't stop after that first game. We're just going to go ahead and head right back into things. This is going to be Precision Esports versus Fink Gaming for ESEA Advanced Season 33. My name is Ito, and I'm happy to bring you this one. Now, both these teams have pretty good records so far in the season. I believe Precision Esports is 3-1 at the moment, and Fink Gaming is 4-0. So Fink Gaming are kind of one of the teams to beat at the moment, alongside bigger names like Third Impact and I'm trying to think of other big teams who are currently 4-0. Rise Esports Club as well, I know. So again, Fink Gaming being one of the big teams to beat at the moment is kind of an interesting storyline heading into this one. Sorry about no audio for a second. I fixed it. Anyway, it looks like Vec is choosing to flash his team in. Powers will go ahead and peek right behind it. Crix will take a couple of pot shots, but choose not to give up his life just yet here. But that is a good read on the scenario of what Fink Gaming are trying to pull off. So Precision Esports will now rotate 3 players over towards long at the moment with an exempt bomb in hand, dropping it over towards mid. And interesting, just trying to stall himself from falling even lower. But 60, one of the big, or 60 is one of the big players to keep an eye on for this game as well. Plenty of MDL experience to his name, and might just have a good chance to make a name for himself in this game as well. Takes a couple of pot shots over at the player exempt at mid. I say make a name like he doesn't already have a massive name for himself. He's unbelievably definitely one of the players to watch, but in this game, if he can get off to a hot start firing off on all cylinders, what the hell could Precision Esports do? It looks like it's Brian to actually strike first blood here. Takes down Core before he has any chance at even making himself known in this one here. KMZ looking for a flash from teammate. Perfectly blinded. Crix, unfortunately, is not dead just yet. Unfortunately for KMZ, I should say, and they're able to actually retaliate and get the frag right back here. It's a little bit of yellow in the kill feed, but otherwise, Fink Gaming have managed to stay even so far. Dancing around the pillar right now will be Reptar, as he searches for a frag. Knows that there's a player certainly lurking in pit at the moment, but surprisingly, they're just outlasting them. Finally, Reptar will be able to get a kill together. And now 60, as well as Brian, will be left alone to do it to their own devices. 60, just like that, put out of the picture. Now it's up to Brian. He's going to have to improve to a 4K off this 2K that he's already gotten so far, but he's spotted, and that makes things even more tough for Fink Gaming, I should say right now, but they're giving a pretty damn good shot at it. Now Brian dancing around the smoke, actually struggles on the shot on the low player. Of all players that you would have thought would have went down first, you would have thought it was Reptar, but unfortunately Brian can't quite thread the needle on those shots, and Reptar, not only does he stay alive, but he gets the triple for the round. But there's still plenty of more Counter-Strike to go. Fink Gaming, although it was looking good for a while there, again, first blood did go the way of Fink Gaming with Brian finding out that first frag. We're able to win out from there, and oh my lord, what a response from Precision early on. KMZ eats shrapnel to the dome and ends up going down almost immediately, so this is already a pretty fantastic look for Precision. Now it's going to be all quiet on the Western Front. One of my favorite phrases to say, and it's just because there's no action really happening at the moment. A couple of rotates coming through. They seem to suspect that it is going to be B, and it's not exactly the wrong read on the situation, don't get me wrong, but I'm not exactly sure if it'll be coming in the very near future. KMZ already put out of the picture, makes this a very, very tough and tall order for Fink Gaming to try to win, but I mean, they have all the right ideas on where to go right now. They all stack up over towards B. Vec force out position. A Molotov goes down over towards his feet. A welcome mat perhaps, but they're hitting a couple of good shots at the moment. Unfortunately, none of which are exactly able to convert them into very convincing frags. They do manage to keep things even, but don't come out with the lead, and that's most important right now, because this next frag decides all at the moment. And it seems to be looking awfully good for Precision. However, that trade coming through kind of changes the scenario a little bit. 60, unfortunately, is just off the mark and unable to secure that frag, but it's a lot bloodier than Precision Esports most likely would have wanted it to be. And because of that, although they are able to get that second one on the board, it's not without a few asterisks as well, because their money isn't very pretty, to say the least. Core, for example, is not able to put together another AK. He has to be stuck on the scout. Bomb down, toss down. Fink Gaming, though, they're on pistols of their own as well, I should also mention. They're all upgraded, sure, but that's still not going to give you a real winning shot at this round. Exempt might have spotted Vet coming up, but he should win this duel even if he didn't. Patience is a virtue, and Exempt will realize it very soon or not. What a disgusting shot from Vec. His reward isn't, you know, the best gun. It's a Mac 10. Pretty much any other gun probably would have been a better, you know, better gun to grab there, I suppose. But it doesn't matter. He'll take what he can work with. Vec, that was a nasty one. Nasty one, Deeg. Indeed. Fink Gaming do have a man advantage here, so these upgrade pistols don't seem to be exactly the end of the world for them just yet, but Precision Esports are going to try to play to their strength. Go back towards that B site where they've done well so far. Sure, both times they've been there, it's been a bit bloody. But still, most likely is their best bet. 30 seconds remain as they seem to want to start putting their flashes in. Unfortunately, they only lose a player at the cost of that. So it's not looking very good for Fink Gaming at the moment, as they already are forced to get into a lot more passive positions and are not winning many of these duels in return, unfortunately. And again, it's this kind of a firing range with Crix being the instructor, apparently. 4 kills for that round. Precision Esports avoid the scare that Fink Gaming were trying to bring. The upgraded pistols did a decent amount of damage, at least to start with. It was a 4 versus 5 again, but, you know, luckily from there, Precision Esports found their footing and were able to make everything work in the end. Did that Molotov land? Okay, I thought that was a bit early, but luckily the Molotov lands. Crix is just trying to avoid any early water control being taken. A little bit of a ESEA grenade from Fink Gaming as well. Doesn't exactly convert into a lot of damage, but I said so many times so far today, and I'll say it again because I still think it's so important. Exempt is tagged down to 81, so he can get one dinked by those M4s. We saw it come into play a couple of times last match, so who's to say we won't see it this time around. 60, speaking of the M4, is going to find one. Quickly traded out, though. He was fully blinded, had no shot at life there. And KMZ, our player to watch, will now be left all by his lonesome on the A site here. Here's footsteps going around on his left, and he'll retaliate. Just one player, unfortunately. Not quite the 2K he was hoping for. That'll be Reptar actually taking the mantle for that one. He's on for 2 and has been having a very hot start so far. 8 and 2. 149 ADR. But again, we're only 4 rounds into this one here. Crix has been no slouch either. He's on 5 after the addition of his most recent frag, and this retake isn't looking very likely. Fink Gaming realized that Vec will just be trying to steal away that AWP. Most likely his best course of action here, especially since no kits are in play from Fink Gaming at the moment. Just go ahead and try to retreat with what you can. He sure as hell didn't have a good shot at winning that one. KMC most, definitely had the best shot at making things work for his team. But unfortunately, just that smoke went through, and Reptar was able to play around it almost perfectly. He's been having a really hot start so far, and if he can keep this up, this would be a very, very scary scoreline for Precision Esports to post on their T-half. Pistol, a couple of upgrade pistols and those saved guns from last round will be all that Fink Gaming have to work with. Seems, are they going for a run boost? Oh, I kind of like that. Interesting. From Feint, I haven't seen that in a little while, but unfortunately no one's there to see it on the T side. But we're able to enjoy it from the spectator POV, surely. 2 players stuck up in connector will be 60 as well as Powers. Power might have a good shot at finding a kill over here, but now he needs to retreat because surely that trade kill is going to come through. He hasn't gone down just yet. In fact, he's able to improve to 2, but it's at what cost? 2 players of his own, or of their own go down, and that aggression from Blanc might be the next step. Sort of scenario for Fink Gaming to bank on. They're not looking at him. Oh, but they do at just the wrong time. Now he's forced to back out of his position. What could have been a golden opportunity ends up only being a silver lining. Hey, what's up, Simile? How you doing? Always good to see you. 3 on 3 as we enter the latter part of this round here. Still well over 30 seconds to play with, so wherever they go is most likely going to be their final destination just by the time it takes a setup for an execute. We'll have 2 smokes, 2 molotovs, and a single HE in play. So they could definitely make this lethal wherever they want to go. It seems that A is going to be their destination of choice. Unless they pull off something real sneaky, but I don't think it's meant to be on either side. KMZ and Brian trying to scout out over towards mid. They'll find a gun for their trouble, but that's really about it. Fake Gaming actually seem to have the wrong read on this situation here. A couple of pot shots tossed out by KMZ. Most likely be their only inning here. And they're actually able to take down one player. Exempt goes down. This is a 2v2 and somewhat possible, made significantly less possible with X-Core just kind of catching Vec off guard on the rotate through. And now it's Brian left to do it all versus 2 players. He's making a ton of noise as he hops on through, and he didn't spot that player jumping up through the van as well, and he's just looking all the wrong places, unfortunately. He's given a shot onto X-Core and given a second one as well, but X-Core is just firing on all cylinders at the moment. He's up on 5 kills at the moment, with 4 coming just from that last round. Yeah, Brian 2K is a pretty good player. He actually was the newest pickup for Fink Gaming. And he's done them well so far. 4-0 record so far in the season. Unfortunately, don't seem to be getting off to the hottest of starts. Precision Esports kind of seem to be outdoing them at the moment. But at the same time, it feels like it's been individual players kind of having their own rounds. I don't think it's any flaw on Precision Esports, don't get me wrong, but I think that actually plays as a detriment more than anything for Fink Gaming, because X-Core had a pretty crazy round, got 4 kills on that last one. And then we saw Reptar also have his good shots as well, Crix as well. I mean, if it continues like this, we could see a pretty dominant scoreline, but it's a hard performance to keep up for a long time. It's not very likely, don't get me wrong. But just early on, this was a very, very good start from Precision. That's all I'm really trying to get across. Again, these are the players playing in advance, not me. I would do terrible in this kind of environment, but Brian might have better luck as he just basically gets one for free. Not quite the second. The trade is through. Fink Gaming still have the lead, though, as Precision Esports is trying to storm the B site at the moment. Perfect flash through. Powers tries to capitalize on it, nearly gets 3 of them lined up, but he'll do heavy damage to 2. And get one kill for his trouble, excuse me. Now crouching on through, Precision will just try to play contact from here on out. Vec will punish any sort of attempts that X-Core had. Try to make this round work for his team. So Fink Gaming, they're looking about prime to get their first on the board after a pretty light drought the past couple. And they do it in a healthy fashion as well. 3 players left alive, left standing at the end of the day. Now, what does this mean for Precision Esports? Since they did get 5 rounds together, they're still going to be able to afford a full buy, but this round will decide a lot for their economy. If Precision Esports drop this one here, we very well might see an even game on our hands. It's not looking 100% likely, but depending on how dominant this round is, I suppose, is one way to put it. But if Precision Esports can keep it as close as they have so far, we could see an equally bad scenario for Fink Gaming. We could see Precision Esports, if they strike back, potentially post up an 8-1 lead. They could, I mean, theoretically, actually win the half. Lots of potential ifs. The economy game is coming into full effect in these kind of rounds. Precision Esports seem to be set up for a B execute at the moment with a pop flash coming through so they can peek water. And oh my lord, I didn't keep an eye on Reptar there, but I know that was a jump spot punished. I feel so terrible for Vec. That is a disgusting feeling to be on the receiving end of. I need to look at a replay of that one from his POV because I feel like that was disgusting. A couple of taps down and Fake Gaming, they're already off to a pretty cold start. Hey, Charlie, thank you so much for the sub. I love you. Anyway, 4 on 5. What was I saying? Precision Esports still have a little bit of time to play with here. They could take it to either site if they want to, but it seems like A will again be their best bet as they try to storm the site. But Fink Gaming, does this work out in their favor? It doesn't seem to be the case, though. Crix, who's over at B, actually gets taken down. So, in fact, it's probably better than for Fink Gaming, if anything here. Those rotates will start quickly coming through. Camzy goes down. And I thought the rotates were going to come quicker from Fink Gaming, but apparently not. Apparently, I am the one who's caught off guard here, because despite Camzy being put out of the picture, Reptar will just reign dominant in this round and pick up 2. And this is looking better and better by the moment for Precision Esports. And this is where that economy starts coming into play. Fink Gaming realize they are absolutely screwed if they drop any more players into this one here. They'll desperately try to get away with this M4 and this AK that they have in play, because they aren't going to be able to afford too much. Actually, I forgot the loss bonus. They're going to be getting 3,400 coming into this next one, but it's still not going to be the prettiest buy. Camzy, let's see, 3,400 plus 2,500. He'll be able to put together an AWP if they wanted. Vec is kind of going to struggle, maybe put together a FAMAS. I mean, it's not going to be the prettiest buy in the world, but Fink Gaming can definitely try to make some lemonade out of these lemons. That's all I can say. Meanwhile, though, it's smooth sailing for Precision Esports, I should say, at the moment, off the back of Reptar's incredible performance so far. Already up to double digits, just 8 rounds into the game. He can do even better, if what we saw last time was the case. What does that flash? Does that? Oh, that's an aggressive smoke for water. I like that. Crix trying to punish any aggression that Fink Gaming are doing. Now, they don't seem to be obliging them, don't get me wrong, but I think it's a neat concept from Precision. They'll go ahead and take things towards mid otherwise. Core. Spotting at mid, doesn't find KMZ, who's actually decided to back up almost entirely over towards Divider. Smoke comes through, so KMZ is now stuck between a rock and a hard place, but he'll choose for the hard place here, and oh, he's having a hard time. Reptar continues as he picks up 2 in the round. Can anyone stop this man at the moment? He's unbelievable. 13-4, and he's even hungrier for more frags at the moment. He is storming into any site that he pleases, any entrance that he pleases, and he will reign supreme at the end of the day. Reptar now chases towards CT at the moment here. Powers just tries to back away and actually does manage to get a gun onto Exempt, and finally Reptar is snuffed out. 3 on 2, excuse me. Fink Gaming surely aren't going to go for this retake here. Brian is the only one even close to being set up in the right position, but even they should know that's pretty far gone. Save the guns. That'll be your best shot. Hey, what's up, Droid? Crix had a good shot, at least taking down Brian 2K there, but Brian 2K will live up to his name and get the 2K. We'll see a 7-1 scoreline in favor of Precision Esports right now. So they're coming out swinging on Overpass at the moment. Stylen even takes down another player for his trouble as well. So that makes things even more bitter for Fink Gaming. And sure as hell they're going to call a pause. Why wouldn't you? This is where things start getting out of hand. And this is exactly what I was talking about with that economical game. Fink Gaming only winning 1 round so far and just immediately getting... I wouldn't say reset. Reset doesn't exactly exist in the same fashion anymore, but, you know, right back to square one, really. You know, we'll be only able to force up FAMASas if they actually try to dedicate to this one. Is it their best course of action? That's another question almost entirely. It seems like they're opting for upgrade pistols at the moment, just judging by what Powers and Vec have decided to opt into. What I see here, I think Fink Gaming likes stacking B, so I think a full B stack with Brian 2K maybe over towards A alone or something like that. No, there's going to be actually having KMZ over towards mid alone. Or not alone at all. Are they actually just not going for the stack? They're just going for their default setup. Interesting. Yo, holy shit, 200 followers. Thank you guys so much. Anyway, I don't want to pull off a Esports Studio Live. I'm not going to do giveaways or anything like that, but... Don't give away yourself, KMZ. He takes a couple of pot shots with that deagle over at mid and nearly leads to the loss of his life. 60, playing around the corner with a P250 will not be obliged, unfortunately. He will not be given any chances, in fact. Player coming up towards long. I'm surprised 60 didn't try to pre-fire that based off the shadows, but it's going to be another kill in play for Reptar. 14-5 is now what he's improved to. He might be able to make it 15 here if Vec dare peek his head even more. But now things are a little bit of a standstill at the moment here. Precision Esports, they know that they pretty much have the entire map to play with at the moment. They don't have a lot of map control. That's what's important to mention. Fink Gaming have it more than anything here. Full water control for KMZ at the moment. But, I mean, Precision Esports, they theoretically still can take this anywhere just because of the sheer man advantage that they have, the sheer utility advantage that they have. They've almost had to use no nades at all. Brian 2K has a lot resting on his shoulders at the moment here. Fink Gaming will push up over towards mid, so they have a read on the situation that it is most likely going to be a B stack. And if that wasn't enough information, the grenade surely will go ahead and give it away for you here. KMZ trying to dance around pillar at the moment, but it's Powers to find first frag here. Brian with a second up. And he's actually managed to improve 2K so far. It's a 1-on-2 at the end of the day here. And Vec actually makes it expensive. He actually runs away with it. How did he get that together? I didn't think he even had a shot in hell at it, but Vec. That 5-7 does something that mine can't, apparently. Feint improved to 2. And that was disgusting. But this is where things get a little bit scarier for Fink Gaming at the moment. Pause comes through, and the money isn't exactly great for Precision Esports. Well, actually, no, it's way better than I thought. I thought these rounds have been expensive. It's only Crix who's really having trouble. He's on 1900. He's just been dying a lot. Highest in, or second highest in the server. It's actually 60, interestingly enough, who's died the most. But either way, I feel like Precision Esports are just going to try to force up here. Seems that they have conflicting ideas, though. It seems to be buying down to about 2K. Upgrade pistols and a single UMP in Stylen's hands. Early Molotov through. 60 most likely will peek right behind it now that he has an M4 in play, and he's been off to a little bit of a cold start so far. Still no slouch, don't get me wrong. But not the performance that we've seen so many times from 60 in past seasons. There's still time yet, though. The game is still young. The night is still young. But I feel like Precision Esports have pretty much every advantage that they hope for. Anti-flash does not work out, and my lord, it's Vec with 4 all of a sudden. Just shuts down the eco. I didn't expect him to get more than 2 there, but he somehow manages to double up. KMZ steals the ace opportunity from him, but it's still a ton of kills just fed into Vec as he improves to 10 kills at the moment. Second highest on the scoreboard. Right behind Reptar, who's sitting at 15. Still a massive game from him. But Precision Esports, they've actually now given up 2 rounds, which is surprising, but that's actually been the worst that they've done so far. They've gone off hot on this T side, but maybe Fink Gaming are starting to have some sort of response, some sort of reply to this, or perhaps it could just be a hopeless whimper. Stylen will strike right back and take down Vec, who's been a massive pain in their side for the past couple of rounds. KMZ will be second up as he just lurks in bathrooms with this AWP, this sniper in play. He jump spots, doesn't find anybody, but will be playing right behind this now dissipating smoke, searching for a frag. Precision Esports will not budge, though. In fact, they'll go the opposite way entirely. Now moving up over towards long. They'll all group up for a nice little meeting, switching up the guns. Crix quickly reloads. We're back to square one. It's a 4-on-4, but Fink Gaming have almost no clue on where Precision are at the moment. They know they couldn't have made it over towards B. Take a look at this information that they have. 60 is in a pretty forward spot at the moment. KMZ probably has the best idea of what's going on at the moment. Powers tosses it out of smoke to go ahead and help out over towards B, but the execute is happening over at the other site completely. KMZ and Powers will hold down the fort for the time being as we enter that 30-second mark. Flash through with players coming up right behind it. KMZ has a lot on his shoulders right now. He's blinded, isn't able to do anything. Luckily, Power steps up to the plate, though. Finds one, finds a second, not nearly the third that they need here. And they get the 2 frags that they need, Precision Esports, to take the site and get this bomb down. But there's still 2 more challengers awaiting them. Quickly on the rotate will be 60 as well as Brian 2K. And my God, if there's anyone that I want in a scenario like this on Fink Gaming side, it would be these 2 members. But I love how Precision Esports are playing this this retake here. If they just take down Brian 2K, they're bunched up together, and it makes it so tough for one CT to deal with all by their lonesome. 60 is going to try his best to even up this disadvantage, but it's not looking likely. In fact, it's looking... Oh my god. Wait, what? No way. How? How did 60 get away with that? Why didn't they peek in Precision? What the hell? Are you kidding me? He just sticks the bomb out in the open after that first player from Bank peeks. The balls on that man. How the hell did 60 do that? That should never, ever happen. Well, I mean, Fink Gaming, that was a round that they should have lost, but 60 apparently has no plans of that. Gets him on to 4, so this is starting to become a little bit competitive now. I still have no clue why and how 60 pulled that off. It wasn't like a crazy skillful play or anything. He just pressed E. Oh, whatever, man. I'm just going to go ahead and move on here. Precision Esports, that's a mistake they won't make twice, hopefully. Reptar will be set up. Jump spot, not punished the first time around, as he did the first time around, excuse me. Tosses out a little bit of spam and gets a tag on the powers. Not that it means much of anything. Still going to get one dank by those Kriegs and AKs, as well as the AWP. Speaking of which, that AWP over towards mid, and 60 falls, so no more Ninja Diffuses on the board from him at least for this round. But water control will be quickly seized just as fast from Fink Gaming here. The responses are through, ends up favoring the T's in the end. At the end of the day, Precision Esports seem to be coming out on top of these duels, but apparently the real problems lie when the bomb actually gets down. Kamzy playing around the smoke, might be given a golden opportunity to allow his team back into this one here, but he's just barely off the mark. Reptar stays alive, just barely. Execute begins from Precision Esports, but they could still take this B if they wanted. They seem dead set on bringing it over towards A, and KMZ wants to make them dead before they're even able to make it to the site. I'm starting over my words almost as much as Precision Esports are stumbling over that push. They fall, and they falter. Fink Gaming go up on 5, just like that. Another pause comes through. This is where Precision Esports most definitely want to start talking about things and finding out what's been going wrong these past couple of rounds. Because Reptar has cooled off a decent amount. He has not gotten kills, I believe, in the past 3 rounds, but if you're relying on Reptar to really win, that's not exactly a promising game strategy. It's not something that can be easily repeated. As much as I am liking Reptar's performance so far, it's not, you know, a Zaiwu. Now attack through. Precision Esports, their money is a little bit dodgy. I don't think they'll want to force into this one here. Yeah, they seem to agree with me. Upgraded pistols across the board. Bomb solidly in the hand of X-Core as well. And at least early on, it looks like they just want to go for a B rush or something similar of the sort. Reptar will be leading the charge as they make their way in over towards water. And I mean, it's so crazy to think that this all started with a really stupid defuse from 60. Still have no idea how he did that. Reptar. Oh, why do I always keep my camera on the wrong player? Another jump spot punished. Vec must be just feeling so depressed. That's twice now that he's been punished for some of these aggressive plays, but luckily Precision Esports will go ahead and try to dull the pain by taking out every other one of his teammates, excuse me. 60 playing around the smoke, unfortunately gave up his body, gave up the ghost. KMZ against 3 here. Precision Esports might have just gotten away with theft here as they're looking to steal away this round. I think I'm kind of downplaying just how crazy this round was from Precision Esports. Like, you almost never see just a straight-up B-rush work that solidly against a team of this caliber who's been having a flawless record. And oh, no way. KMZ. Okay. Luckily, exempt play is at 16/9, so we avoided the scare of another Ninja Diffuse, but that could have been disgusting. Precision Esports will improve to 8. And that's why you play on 16/9. Round number 14 underway here. Fink Gaming don't exactly have a healthy bank here, so they're going to be stuck on pistols, most likely just saving for that last. defaults with a couple of deagles, or with actually one deagle, not even a couple. Precision Esports can almost certainly play this round however they like. 4 players from Feint are stacked up over towards B, and surely Crix will be able to snuff this out before it even becomes a problem for Precision. A player peeking that early, I mean, that's kind of like a when there's smoke, there's fire sort of situation here. So Crix will just go ahead and set up for any more inevitable players walking into his crosshairs, but he's running a little bit dry on bullets. That could be a potential worry. But it doesn't seem to be the case for anything else for Precision Esports here. 60 falls. And these pistols aren't exactly working out from Feint Gaming. Nearly as effective. They're not nearly as effective as the pistols were for Precision, apparently. KMZ left alive. There's no guns to grab or anything, so I feel like at this point, his main goal is just to try to cause as much economic damage as he possibly can. $500 investment, but 0 kills so far, and he might find number 1 here. Crix definitely didn't spot it. He's checking his back, though. KMZ might be given an opportunity, but just it's going to be kind of a one and done sort of scenario. Okay. Well, if you ever want an example of why I don't like using the 5.7, that is why. I can guarantee you, like, in the TeamSpeak right now, he's like, dude, the 5.7's so bad. And I don't blame him. Screw that gun. Anyway, 5-9, Precision Esports looking to double the rounds versus Feint Gaming here as they have one more heavy buy left in this, well, half. It wouldn't have worked that way, no matter how I tried to slice it. Nice nade comes through. Unfortunately, it's just a little bit too late to be effective, but if that came out a second, 2 seconds earlier, that could have been a meaty one onto Precision Esports. Not meant to be. Not the end of the day either. 3 players grouped up over towards Playground at the moment, and they're just going to have some fun as they enter in towards mid this time around. Reptar. It looks like he's heated right back up, now on 19 frags. Looks for number 20, but unfortunately, he'll just be kill number 7 for KMZ. Nothing else. He'll choose to back up before he makes death number 12 for himself. But Feint Gaming are now on the forefront and on the brink of winning this one. I mean, this is off to as good of a start as you can possibly get on the side of CTs. Forward positions, plenty of utility still to work with as well. Stylen is able to punish one though. 60 goes down. I mentioned that 60 hasn't exactly had the loudest performance so far in this game, and I mean that's exactly why. He's sitting at 6-12 at the moment. He's an incredible player, but just doesn't seem to exactly make things, or isn't exactly able to make things work against Precision at the moment. What makes him so scary is that he can pop off at almost any time. There's still time yet. And there's still not much time yet for Precision Esports to take this to their final destination. Over at B here, this is going to be it. T's have no more chances in this half here, but when they hit shots like that, they will make the most of what they can get. Vec will be second up, but just on the firing range. The T's are able to punish it, get that bomb down, and this is looking better and better as time goes by. Core of the double kill for the round will eventually be put out of the equation. KMZ will have to pull off a miraculous clutch. Of the best clutch of the decade so far. If he wants to go ahead and win this for his team. It's not looking very likely, but there's nothing to lose. Time is not in his favor, nor is anything else. That player advantage, they're just all dancing around him, and they'll be able to punish him in kind. Precision Esports, 10 rounds on the T side of Overpass here, and they're looking to knock Feint Gaming down a peg and hand them their first loss in ESEA Advanced Season 33. They're off to a hot start, that's for sure. But there's still potentially a lot more Counter-Strike to be played. It's not the end of the road for either team just yet. I casted a main game right before this between some of the 2 top teams there as well, and as we saw, if Feint Gaming were to win the pistol, they could keep this very, very competitive, very, very even versus Precision. The round differential is like just on the brink of being completely massive. If Precision Esports win the pistol in the follow-up, I mean, we might be seeing the end of times for Feint Gaming if they don't get something together soon, but I think the pistol round will really decide a lot. I mean, that's kind of a no-duh sort of statement. It's a pistol round. But I don't know. Still feel like Fink Gaming aren't out of this one just yet, especially since they're going to be on the aggressors this time around. Looks like KMZ is just going to go ahead, leave the server for the time being. We're just going to take a quick break. So I'm going to take a look at the scoreboard real quick, see what the stats are like for these players. Where is it? Fink Gaming versus, where are you? There we are. Precision Esports. Top of the scoreboard for Precision Esports at the moment. I'm not sure if this is fully updated. It doesn't feel updated. Reptar is at 19. Crix is at 12. And Exempt is lagging behind at 5, but I don't think that matters at all. Think back at some of the frags that Exempt have gotten. I think he punished a jump spot twice. Those were two basically free entries into a site. Reptar was just crazy pretty much wherever you put him. Silent got a lot of really good anchor frags and frags on rotates as well. X-Core has been a menace on that off. Look back at like some of those last rounds as well. He basically won that for Precision. I mean, even though the stats might not seem crazy for every single player, I still feel like they're all doing crazy in their own sort of way. And, you know, the score reflects it. 10 and 5 at the moment. If you look up the best performers on Fink Gaming, most kills goes to Powers, who's at 12. He's also sitting at 100 ADR, second highest in the server, interestingly enough, right behind Reptar. So I feel like Powers has been doing good. I feel like Vec has just been getting so damn unlucky. Again, like those jump spots that I mentioned, both times they've gotten punished. There's been some really unfortunate deaths for him. I don't think it falls on him as a player at all. I think like he's still doing great. He's second highest on his team, 11 and 10 and 74 ADR, highest RWS in the server, or not in the server, but on his team. I mean, he's not doing bad considering especially just how many unfortunate deaths that he had. But you're definitely gonna want to hope for something a little more promising from Fink Gaming. Because they are flawless in the season so far. You just want to hope that they can improve their record. It's not like says big oof to Fink right now. And yeah, I mean, kind of a big oof for them, most definitely. I think their pistol will decide a lot. Again, no duh, that's how pistol rounds work. They're important to kind of decide momentum and which team will get a really good start heading into a half. But especially after the half that Precision Esports just posted, I feel like it matters even more than, you know, the first pistol did. We'll have to see, though. KMZ is back in the server, so it'll only be a matter of time before we ready up for the second half. If it takes much longer, I'll just toss it to some music, but I don't think it'll really be that long. But things to look forward to. I have to say, 6E will definitely need to be starting to shake himself awake a little more. He's had a really quiet game so far, 6 and 12. But hey, a pistol is where you want to start things. And right back into the game we go. Precision Esports up 10 rounds to Fink Gaming's 5 at the moment. Feint will choose to buy a healthy amount of utility, 2 players stocked with it. And where is their first destination here? Looks like Precision Esports are going to be going for this common flash in over towards Monster. We saw this actually from Precision Esports. Didn't exactly amount to much of anything here, but it's a lot of good early information because they're most definitely usually, I suppose is one way to put it. That's a confusing sentence. There's usually a player just spotting B early, but the fact that there's nothing there really kind of tells a lot for Fink Gaming as well as Precision Esports. Pushing up right behind them will be Crix here, and he has a chance to go big or go home at the moment. I'm getting flashbacks to Forest at DreamHack Winter 2014 at the moment here, and well, that's exactly why. Perfect shots hit. Fink Gaming, their push is almost snuffed away. They made it onto the site, but they're kind of trapped between a rock and a hard place right now. They'll go ahead, go around the world, make it over to the B-bomb site. They got that very, very vital frag onto Stylen, and 60 has a chance to put this even further in his team's grasp. it's looking actually pretty promising for them at the moment. KMZ will get the bomb down. 60 has a chance to go big, and there it is, delivering in the second half so far. Finds one and finds the second. I mean, that's way more like it. We want to see a lot more of that kind of 60. It's sexy from 60. As he picks up a triple for the round and finally gets something going for Fink Gaming. Now, as I mentioned a couple of times before, this is a really important pistol. So Fink Gaming, if they can convert this round, it would mean a lot to try to evening up the score, or excuse me, it would mean a lot for them trying to even up the score line, I should say. Reptar with a scout boosted on top of his teammate's head. That's Precision Esports, otherwise stack bathrooms. This is not something that we see all too often, but I'm personally a really big fan of it. I think, though, it can be easily counterplayed by Powers. What makes this kind of an iffy sort of scenario is that it's really common for teams to eco on the B site entirely. So this just might work out for Precision if they can hit the shots like that one on Devek. And speaking of bad luck for him, he just is on the receiving end of a disgusting shot. But, I mean, 60's on the dealing end of some disgusting shots as well. Gets a triple before he peeks his head a bit too far and ends up going right into the loving arms of Reptar's scout. He's only found one for this round here. It's a 2-on-3. Not out of the woods just yet, Faint, but they're looking awfully promising so far. Especially made sweeter as Powers just powers through Reptar. 1-on-3 for Exempt, and he doesn't want to push his luck. He'll be perfectly content just saving this AK because he knows not much chance to exactly come out on top of this one here. Saving the rifle is totally fine. If he can cause a little bit of damage onto Fink Gaming, I mean, that would be really nice. Not likely, but nice. I mean, theoretically, if Exempt could pick up the Krieg, that would be huge. I don't think it'll be given at all. Exempt, he's off in no man's land right now. And he might need to meet another soldier. As he does, takes Brian 2K down. No pressure, but tons of footsteps. Powers is just, what is Powers doing? He just makes so much noise. Exempt is able to easily punish it. And, I mean, that's about as sweet of a deal as he could have gotten. Takes 2 guns down, although the round is lost. And because of that, Fink Gaming, they're going to be able to afford another buy here. Obviously, they did get the bomb down and everything, but Precision Esports can, even though they're going to be stuck on upgrade pistols, can still make this relatively competitive. Reptar will have the AK put right back into his grasp as he looks for a boost up. I would love to see a triple boost come out. We saw it a little bit before from some other advanced teams recently. I can't exactly remember which team off the top of my head, but it worked out incredibly for them. Reptar just might be perfect for it, though. Flash comes through. He peeks his head a little bit early here, but is this Reptar? Okay, yeah, don't go ahead and commit to that one here. You already had your chance, and you just kind of blew it right there. Luckily, Stylen will make up for the trouble. Take down Beck, flash through. Brian 2K is actually able to get one. How has he not been punished? That's unbelievable. There we are. It won't happen again. Crick says to Brian 2K. As he improves to 15-13 here, and Precision Esports have the lead in this one. But Fink Gaming, I still do favor them. For obvious reasons, it's based off of artillery. They're looking great. Bomb will slowly make its way over towards A right now. Holding down the front will be 60. Tosses down a smoke, so it's a little bit of an information given to Precision Esports, but they will choose not to commit just yet. Try to go in all on its group here. But 60 has a perfect chance to spoil this party that they're trying to put on. 60 spots one. Will only get one, though, for his trouble. Stylen luckily trades it out in perfect fashion here. Now the retake begins, and this could be relatively lethal for Fink Gaming, especially now that they have 2 AKs in play, but no kits, and that's what's really important here. Now they play against the clock more than anything. The real issue isn't the terrorists, it's what they planted. Powers through and gets one here. But again, no kit in play just makes this an impossible win for Precision Esports here. Fink Gaming will go up on 8. So they're keeping up that flawless streak so far, and then nice little tap from KMZ to close things out as well. And that's how you want to do things. Precision, they've struggled in recent times, but they're going to be able to piece together another buy. This is going to be their real testing moment, I suppose. Fink Gaming win this one here, they most certainly will be able to take the lead in this game. But if Precision, I mean, they could seriously spoil everything that Precision or that Fink Gaming want to put together. Probably one of the more important rounds that we've seen so far this game is the first gun round. It can be very telling. And Reptar, although he's been a menace in the server so far, has cooled down considerably in the past couple of rounds. He looks to change his fortune though. But Fink Gaming look to change it up entirely. They've been given long control almost every single time so far this half. I mean, again, the half is still young. Not exactly the largest sample size just yet, but if this is something that Fink Gaming can keep on really exploiting, I think it could be a little bit dangerous for Precision. KMZ boost on top of his teammate's head right now. Just nearly misses the shot. That could have been a disgusting one tap, but the highlight play is not meant to be. 5-on-5 still. No players have fallen in this excavation, round number 19. But the changing of the seasons might begin soon. Fink Gaming seem to start piling up over at the B site. X-Core will find first frag. That's on to 60. He's been a menace in the past couple of rounds as well. So having him out of the picture makes things even sweeter for Precision Esports at the moment. But as the T start just pushing their way into the B site here, Powers is able to take one. KMZ with another. Finally, Stylen responds with a kill of his own as well. It's a 2 versus 1 at the end of the day, favoring Fink Gaming at the moment. They get the bomb down, and this certainly will be another round on the board for Fink Gaming here. And this could decide so damn much for them here. Court spots it and actually finds a frag, converts it onto Vec here. Unfortunately, the second one isn't quite there. Brian plays it to perfection and punishes the Opper for his aggressive play. It's now neck and neck. It's Fink Gaming. They've nearly evened things up versus Precision. Oh, sorry, Noobage. I have not set up stream alerts just yet. I just don't want to distract from the game, but I might set that up soon. By the way, speaking of this, look at this. Reptar is going for something a little bit interesting. First time we've seen this for a while. Just tucking himself in over towards mid. Reptar now choose to go into part. Yo, Noobage, thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate it. That means a lot to me, man. And speaking of things that are a lot, these kills mean a lot to KMZ right now. Hasn't exactly gotten a ton of them to his name. 8-2 since he rejoined the server in the second half, so he's definitely firing on all cylinders at the moment. But who isn't on Fink Gaming? They've been flawless so far. Except, just try to save your AK. Give it a free frag. Can he get any more, though? That's the real opportune question. He knows that Vec is slowly lurking, and finally something seems to be working out for Vec here. He doesn't lose a duel to something crazy this time. As Fink Gaming have officially evened up the board versus Precision. Precision got off to such a hot start. I mean, I believe... What was the score line at one point? What's it, 10-4? Young Winter, yes, Fusion did play. I'm not going to spoil it, but the VOD was right before this game, if you want to check it out. And Noobage, thank you again so much for the 420. I will blaze it in your honor. Vec. Early nade through, but he's taking this B all by his lonesome here. Crix is aware of it, though. Just playing on the edge of the smoke. Ends up favoring the CTs more than it does the Ts, and that's exactly the start that Precision Esports need. We now 4-1. Again, I don't want to spoil it. Maybe is all I'll say. If you don't care about spoilers, I'll let you know. But anyway, Powers. What are you doing over here at mid? Because keep in mind that Fink Gaming are currently on the back foot at the moment. For the first time in a while, it feels like. Made even better for Precision as the X-Core finds a kill almost for free, and not only is it just a kill, but it's a bomb carrier as well. So this is looking really good for Precision at the moment here. Possibly made even sweeter. X-Core's just a bit off the mark and loses a duel, unfortunately, but it's still a very tall order for Brian. Almost certainly impossible. But we can see him pop off given the right opportunity, but this isn't one of those opportunities. He turns away from the flash, so it's a good start. But still Precision Esports coming out on top of that one. 11 to 10, you can't get much closer than this. Buy-ups from both teams, but it's not exactly the prettiest looking one from Feint Gaming. And Feint Gaming, even though they've fought tooth and nail, they seem to be faltering in these past couple. Their round wins have become less and less, what's the word? Dominant, I suppose, is one way to put it. X4 wants to go ahead and keep it the same, though, as he finds one and a second one as well. He's making up for that whiff that he had, but it's unfortunately only in the form of 2 kills. Next up on the A site will be Exempt, who's waiting over by truck. Might be able to find Brian 2K if Feint start pushing aggressively into the site. But they slowed down the pace, Feint. They don't want to push their luck just yet here. They'll go ahead and be very promising with their utility here, and it will work out perfectly for them. Molotovs, the flashes, oh my. Gives them all the kills that they need. And Crix will be now left to his own devices, 1-on-3. But this will have to be a play worthy of device if he wants to pull out this clutch. He's going to have to pull out a magic trick perhaps here, and his first trick is making 16 disappear, but he just can't quite make Brian 2K disappear, unfortunately. 11 to 11, Feint Gaming strike right back, and I mean, I was saying that Precision and Feint are kind of at a parity for some of these rounds, but Feint Gaming just strike back with a pretty dominant one. I have a couple of mods, yes, and I love my mods. I love everybody. They're great. I really appreciate all the support, everyone. I don't mean to distract from the game too much, but I was not honestly feeling that good today. I didn't want to cast, but I'm glad I did. Anyway. 3 players. Conga line into B, all on the T side here. Reptar burning alive, gets one while running away. 60, unfortunately, will do him one better. Takes down 2 for his trouble, and it's a 2-on-4. Stylen and X-Core. X-Core on borrowed time. Falls immediately, and Stylen with a little bit of a crazy duel. Eventually wins versus 60, who falters a little bit here, but again, he's also kind of struggling to stay alive at the moment, and it's 11 to 12. Feint Gaming take it right back in their favor, despite the best attempts from Precision. Full loss bonus for Precision now. And from here, I feel like we're going to be seeing a lot of gun rounds. There's not one more game that I'm casting tonight. I already did a game before this, actually, Noobage. If you want to check that out, the VOD is available. It was Fusion Uprise versus 4KT Wipe Ya Nose. Very nice name, by the way. I love that name. Bit of a switch up from Precision here. You see that they're going for a lot more aggressive mid control this time around. 60 is wise to it, though. Finds both kills, actually. And my lord, 60 has seriously woken up in this second half. He had 6 at halftime, and he's already tripled it. An awesome start for him in this round as well. He's doing fantastic for Feint Gaming. Definitely one of the big engines behind Feint Gaming's recent success. Not only in this game, but in this season as well. Vec has also not died to more unlucky stuff, which is also kind of a nice improvement. As he looks to slowly entry in alongside his teammate 60. On top of getting the 2 kills, will also get the bomb down, so definitely secure the MVP for this round. It's a 3-on-4 Precision Esports. They know they have absolutely no business trying to retake this one. We'll just back up. But Brian 2K, he's lurking around the corner. If he can catch off Exempt here, this could be kind of bloody. He's not ready for it, though. Exempt does him one better. And that will be 13-11 now, Precision Esports. Now this is where things start getting a little bit scary for them. Noobage says, KK Sorry was catching up on Return to Buy the Numbers today and then the HLTV podcast. Yo, I want to check out the HLTV podcast. I forgot to listen to it. I'm going to probably listen to it when I go to the gym a little bit later. But I'm kind of interested in what the B-Site League is going to be about. Anyway, Right back into the game we go. Precision Esports, just because of that full loss bonus in full effect at the moment, they're going to be able to afford buys from here on out to, varying levels of success. Fink Gaming are kind of just lining their wallets at this point here. They're looking good for the most part here, but this is arguably one of the more important rounds for Fink Gaming this half. If they win this one, they are on the fast track to victory. Plus, they'll have plenty of money to speak of, but for Precision, this is a must-win for them. Lots of potential ifs coming from this one here, and if 60 would stop hitting shots, that would be amazing. That's one of those ifs. Holy hell, 60. Did he hear my criticism mid-half? Unbelievable. Just 2 entries into the site immediately, and it's easy pickings for him. And it's an easy round for Fink Gaming. The retake won't even begin. They have no chance at it again, Precision, as they're forced to save their guns. Don't even have to bother going for economical damage at this point here. It's only going to hurt you more than anything. At this point, Precision, they were looking so good, but they've only found a single one this half. Powers? Oh, it might be a little bit scary. Yeah, he realizes that probably not a good idea walking into the crosshairs of 3 players. But 60, he's hungry for more frags, so he wants to add another to his name. He wants to make up for all the criticism that I did him in for. And he'll only get 1, but still, that's a 2. Oh god, they all go down. That's terrible. Oh lord, no. Precision Esports, yeah, call a pause for that one. Oh, that is so depressing. Precision Esports, they had the perfect right call in the scenario here. Just keeping all your guns, but Fink Gaming are so damn hungry for that one. They take down all the guns from Precision Esports here, and they're going to be able to afford another buy. Sure, that's not the problem. But it's what comes after that's a real question. Because if Fink Gaming win this one here, even though that full loss bonus will come through, they are not going to be able to afford a full strong buy like they've been able to force up these past couple of rounds. This means so much for them, Precision Esports here. If they lose this, they might be on the fast track to losing this game entirely. Despite the miracle performance from Reptar, 24-20. Just it seems that nothing else is working for Precision. At what point, they just realize it's time to give up the ghost. It's not this time, that's for sure. Reptar continues his good streak of performances so far as he takes down 60, who he's been unbelievable this second half. It's a blessing for Precision that they've taken him out. But they can do even better, excuse me. Now it's Brian 2K who's gone down as well. KMZ finally responds with a kill of his own, taking down Crix. One hell of a response. Hey Nubage, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. I was just really caught off guard how they just lost all their players like that. That's so depressing to be on the receiving end of. Trust me, I've been there. But not on this level of competition by any stretch of the imagination. And Feint are really going to have to stretch their imagination right now if they want to win and put round number 15 up in play. Because they're at a man disadvantage at the moment. Vec 680R. Look, that's only for the second half, man. But Vec has been getting crazy unlucky. Some of these duels. I kind of feel bad for him. He got caught out on like a really weird jump peak twice, I believe it was, from some of these players. And getting caught off guard is also the name of the game for Exempt as well. He falls and right back into this one, Fink Gaming go. They, again, have a real good shot at making things competitive between these two, but not if Stylen has anything to say about it. Apparently he doesn't, though. He's kind of a one-and-done sort of guy, apparently. Falls at the hands of KMZ, and this retake will be kind of lukewarm. Reptar and X-Core. X-Core in heaven, and Reptar is pushing up towards the front lines here. X-Core is just trying to make this a little more palatable for his team, but it's not looking very likely at the moment here. They have a kit in play. That's in Reptar's hands, and he'll just try to stick the bomb here. But defuses like that are only capable of Fink Gaming, it seems, and they strike right back, go up on 15. I still cannot get over that absolutely stupid defuse that 6 he got, by the way. That was in the first half, and I mean, I feel like things have never been the same for them since. Precision Esports, they're kind of on their last chances here. Obviously, if they lose this one, they will unfortunately drop the map to Faint Gaming. Despite posting a 10-5 half, have not been able to make anything work on the CT side. The only round it was, I believe, was off the back of X-Core, was it? I don't exactly remember, but it was off the back of one player really just kind of popping off and having a great game. Faint Gaming, they've just been having good performances all around. Potentially last possible chance for Precision Esports to put themselves right back into this one here. And it's not a pretty looking buy. It's not a pretty looking funeral dress to wear. 4 MP9s and a FAMAS in play. If they're going to be buried right now, they're not going to be buried looking very pretty, that's for sure. Aggressive play, rep dart, as well as 4 hold down the line, but both eventually fall after only 1 frag. Brian2K leads the charge in towards the A site. Double Molotov into bank as well. And through the fire and the flames, Precision must carry on. Bomb is planted, and this is looking like the end of the line now for Precision. They have to go for this retake. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Feels like Stylen will be on the butt of that grenade. Crix falls at the hands of 60, and that's why you can never count 60 out. He has seriously woken the hell up in this second half. What an incredible performance, from 6 kills to 23. He could theoretically make it 25 if he really was hungry for it, but KMZ will deny him the opportunity. But he won't be faltered twice here. 60, he takes down his teammate in the midst of it. He technically gets his 25 kills, but it's not in the form that he would have hoped. Doesn't matter, converts into a kill. Faint Gaming steal that one away after only one CT round comes from Precision. It was so, like, it was looking really good for them after that first half, but that was exactly what I was saying. How they were playing was not too sustainable. It felt like a lot of the rounds that they were getting were off the back of a lot of these solo plays, but they're the ones playing in advance, not me. Don't get me wrong. They're way more skilled than I'll ever be. With that, though, I am going to go ahead and call it for the time being. I really do appreciate everybody watching and for all the support. My name is Ito, and, well, I mean, seriously, just huge heads up. Oh, I want to give another big shout out. Nubits, thank you again so much for the 420, man. I really do appreciate it. It's my first ever donation I've ever gotten. Anyway, have a good one. Have a good night, and thanks for coming through. I'll see you guys very, very soon.